What is going on, guys? Sitting here with some epic Tekken 8 gameplay footage. Guys, it's been an absolute blast. It's been an honor. It's been my privilege. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a joy to be welcomed back into the fighting game community in the esports realm. In the sports realm, the esports realm, it doesn't really even matter. I was injured when I started my esports journey, right? I didn't even have two working legs at the time, and I was taking care of a sick mother, right? Still am, right? And this kind of gave me an outlet to help me, you know, just keep my brain sharp, right? Amongst other things, amongst my other hobbies. But guys, this has been an absolute pleasure. It's been my joy. It's been a privilege to just be welcomed with open arms back into the fighting game community. I have to reiterate that point. Guys, and the last time we left off, right, I was kind of like in a daze after losing those matches because it still is, you know, it's tough. It's a tough hit, right? Especially as you get older, right? In sports and esports, your reflexes do start to, like, you know, it takes a little bit of a tear, a wear and tear, right? And to even just play at any high level, right? Whether it be physical, whether it be in the digital form, in any form, right? Just to stay fresh, stay young, right? To stay active, keep your brain sharp. It's a journey, right? It's a journey. No matter what hobby, which, you know, any field that you take up, right? It just naturally happens. So, where am I going with this? Guys, I faced RetroTide, this user, before the God of Destruction player, right? And it's worthy of a standalone. After facing my last God of Destruction player, right? And the joke in the fighting game community, especially in the Tekken 8 community, you have to have no life, right? It's a joke. It's a joke. Obviously, I would aim for it as well, right? Because it's a prestige title, right? So, to get that title, it's difficult enough, right? And I didn't have a working console since Tekken 8 dropped, right? I was getting to 4 matches, 3-4 matches, max 5 on a good day, right? And then automatically get hit with a loss. Not that I care, right? Because we were doing artistic Tekken, like stylish Tekken, where we were just casually playing and having a good time. Because once you get up to those levels, right, you don't really, right, you're kind of like done with the game, right? And you don't want that. You want an active community that, you know, like on any given day, someone else can win, someone else can lose, someone else can learn, right? And it's just good times. You keep the good vibes going and keep it fresh always, right? And that's why I kind of like, I've reverted back to like my Horang gameplay, right? And we've been alternating through the characters with every single one of them. Some of them have been like a hit and miss. Most recently, I've been using Deathstroke, right? I tweaked out and made my own custom Deathstroke character, as you saw right at the beginning. I think we're facing like RetroTide kind of has like this Bulma hybrid going on, and with Alyssa's character model, and it's absolutely good. So it's like an Android Bulma. I don't know if that user ever wants to correct me. Go ahead, right? It was an absolute pleasure. I faced RetroTide earlier in the week, right after losing to my first God of Destruction player previous video, right? And it took a little while, right? And this was like the second player with that title that I faced, and I lost again, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? I knew that once I started playing against RetroTide again, they were going to use Alyssa's character model, and I'm still not like fresh with the movesets, but I was like, you know what, let me just give it my all, right? Because I've been in a daze, right? Because I was like 19th Dan, and I was like Flame Ruler, then I went up, and then I went back down, right? And you know, it's just naturally from just playing the game and having fun, right? But I was like, you know what? The next video has got to be me winning at least once, right? To show you guys there was some, like, return on investment, right? From the last video to now. So, guys, what you're seeing here is, well, it finally happened, right? Obviously, it's not going to stay that way because you're dealing with a professional player, right? So, always giving my kudos to my opponent. I did that in the EA Sports FC realm, the FIFA realm, and you guys will see that same, you know, like the personality will still shine through, right? Every individual in the fighting game community, in the sports realm, in the esports realm, they will all have their personality intact no matter which game. It's still going to be the same person you're facing, right? And you're just going to get great sportsmanship from me at the end of the day, right? Like, I'll try my best to, right? Just give you guys, you know, like, I'm going to be the first one to say good game. I'm going to say the first one to say, yeah, I gotta improve on this. First day to say this was not a good day. You know, things that just keeps the community vibrant and fresh. And, you know, like, we make the game so much more fun and so much more epic and inclusive by doing that, right? So, I'm trying my best. I'm literally trying my best to give you guys some epicness, right? So today we instead of the Dante character model, we had the Virgil. We featured a version of Virgil. We featured well, we didn't feature Deathstroke, right? He's there, right? Today, right? I wanted to give you guys Dexter. So we've got, like, in a one perfect match kind of framework, right? I want to say this is Bulma. It looks like Bulma. It looks like a version of Bulma, but I can't be sure, right? So we can't really one perfect match it in that sense, right? With definitive character names, right? Or like, you know, our version of hybrids, right? Because they're all technically hybrids. So it's a Dexter's Laboratory hoarding hybrid we got going on, right? Where the ghost came in, I don't know, right? It was just a hint to maybe one of his science projects, right? And of course the baguette is there, which is absolutely epic, right? It really does fit Dexter well, right? And it's just it's like a hint to a subtle nod to some of the cartoons, the Saturday morning cartoons, some of the epicness in the cartoon realm, in the comic realm, right? Comics are always epic, right? Marvel, DC, some of the more wacky comics, some of the older Hanna-Barbera comics, right? I wanted to feature Archie at one point, but guys, getting back to what we're seeing on the street here is that, okay, my rankings have been shady, and I really don't care for rankings as much, but it's great to come across a pro player, because Retrotide is, once more, anyone with a God of Destruction Prestige title, right, on their character model, is a pro player, right? So that's how you discern, especially in Tekken, what a pro player looks like, right? And I knew after that happened, I knew the composure element of that 100 Dan was gonna kick in. So I was like, okay, you know what? I still have to learn Alyssa, right? Learn how to block Alyssa, right? So your job defensively, right? Job is a very strong word, but you get what I'm saying, right? In the Tekken universe, right? Once you finish off with offense, right? The next step is to work on your defense, right? Once you've pretty much got tempo down, you've got technique down. The next thing, right, the joke with Horang, if you guys were like tuning in on the channel, the joke with Horang is that you already need, like the running joke in the community, is that you need to have high-level academic, like, accomplishments to use Horang, right? And that's always been the joke with Horang from the moment he was introduced, right? Because he's so hard to just use in game, but he's so artistically dynamic, right? So many different combinations. But the thing is that they're usually like low powered, right? And the thing is with like Alyssa is just like, you know, Alyssa and Gordo, a lot of them, they call it a law. You get where I'm going with this. But guys, I knew I was gonna lose, and I lost an epic match. Because this was an epic match, guys. This is gonna be a short video, pop-in video. We accomplished what we set out to accomplish in the Tekken 8 universe outside of gaming, you know, the casual gaming. Guys, peace, love, all the blessings to you and yours. Hats off to my opponent. Cheers.